Welcome back, my very powerful, faithful subscribers. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share, and also comment. That's the only thing you can do for me. It's the only gift you can do. You can give me after sharing these nice videos because these videos take some time to put in. All right, so we're going to continue with our series in this year 2025. All right, so recently we managed to separate the extension from the original file name. And now what we're going to do, we're going to store the file and store the file name as well, store the file ID that we're going to give it. Remember, in our DB, we already gave provision for the image title, okay, and the image ID, because some of the images may have very long titles, okay? So we need to change that, okay? So let's do that. So I'm going to come back to our UG stock. And then one, we want to add something on our random name or our random title. For example, an alphabet in random. So I'm going to create the alphabet from A to B, from A to Z, okay? Then I create now a random to consider the alphabet. So I'm going to create a random variable which will look into the alphabet. So I'll use a PHP function. It ships with the function PHP, sorry, which is okay. You can see we have string replace, the str account, the compare. So I'll use the str, sub str, and then I want now. You see, it is giving us, Laravel is giving us what to use. For example, if you look up there, there's a string variable, okay? And then an integer, and then the length of the integer, okay? The integer, for example, start, and then the length of the integer. So in our case, one, we're going to add now str shuffle. We want to shuffle those numbers. So here it is. It ships in with PHP. str shuffle, it can be str replace. And then what do we want to shuffle? Okay. You can see it is telling us now the string that we're going to shuffle. So the next variable should be a string, which is going to be now the alphabet variable that we added, alphabet. Okay. And now we need again to know now the integer values. It starts from what? So from 0, okay, to how many? To 3. Now 3 is the length it should take. So which means it should take a random in the shuffle, maybe A, E, F, all A, B, C, all D, E, F, but in a shuffled way, okay? And then I can terminate. So I'm telling PHP that to look into alphabet and using its function of the substring, okay? Do what? Shuffle the alphabet from the first value in the string, which is 0, and then take a length of 3, okay? So if I do, let's say here, I'm going to do a dd of random. Let's see what we shall get every time we refresh. I choose a file. Let's see. Then I choose one of these images. For example, there's this chicken. I choose open, that's that AI chicken. Then I choose to upload. Okay, so it's going to give me, you can see, it has given me, okay, let me do plus EHO. So let me refresh and see what it will give me again. WIH. Okay. So I'm going now to concatenate to this to give us the ID. All right. So now let me use our value of time that we looked at before. So we looked at time, and time is now. I guess you've watched that video. So we have the variable time, which time is equal to now, but the now is in the HIS format, okay? Because I want time in numeric numbers, okay? So where are we going to add the format as, okay, HIS. All right, so I can't now echo this because you've already gone through it. So we're going now to record the file in the database, okay? So we're going to record the file in the database. So I'm going to add a value and I call it variable and I call it record file or store file. So I equate it to image. So remember we already have in the image controller, so we're going through the images model. So I'll equate it to images, okay? Then colon. Now I go to create. So I'm going to create within the table, okay? I want to record the image ID. If I go back to our database, that is a field in the database. Okay, I zoomed in. But we have the image ID, the image title. So the image ID is going to be random plus time. So the variable random plus, that is dot time. So we're concatenating time. Okay. Then again, we're going to store the image title. Image title. Okay. Which is going to be the original file name. Remember, in the original file name, we removed the extension. So original file name here is going to give us the image title. We're going to have the file category that the image was recorded to. File category. So which file category? I think I already imported, but no, I didn't. So let me import it here. So I'm going to import it direct, that it is from request, and then the input, and then file category, because that is what I'm sending from home.blade. The name is here, file category. Okay, file category. Then file type. It can be the file extension, okay? If you chose to give it such a name, so it's going to be variable extension, okay? Then lastly, so is it an MP4? Is it? Then the user who is uploading, okay? So uploading user, which is going to be now the signed in user. So we're going to use the auth, okay? User ID. Okay. So to use the auth user, you must have imported the facades, the auth facades. Use, eliminate, support facades, auth. Okay, which we already imported in one of the videos. Okay, So we need to terminate. That's the warning that is being given to us here. We need to terminate. And then I need to remove this. Okay. Now, after this is to record in the database. I can record this file to the database, but I've not stored the file. So what do? We're going to make a request again. So request, and then we'll look into the image file. Image file. Remember, we already checked here if the request has the image file. And then we store that image file, store as. So it's a Laravel function, store as a PHP function, in fact. And then we're going to go and save into our DB. Now, where does it store? Storage, okay? And then in storage, under app, so this is accessed under the public folder, and then images. So even if you don't create the file images here, it will create it for you, okay? So if I chose that instead of images, I'm going to put videos, you don't need to create the folder. It will create the folder for you. So we're going to store under public, like we've seen, under public images, okay? And then what are we storing? Now the file name that we're storing, which is going to be random time, is the file name that we're storing, random time. And then we can also now concatenate the extension. So I'll put a dot. So this one is to concatenate now dot the extension. Okay, another concatenation of the extension. Extension. Great. Oh, sorry. Extension. Okay. Then I terminate. So I can do a return back with, but this is what we're going to do. So let's check. Okay. We're going to check. Okay. I'll go back and upload because now the image is already there. And this is because of the addition. So he's trying to do the right bootstrap. But let me reduce. So image, I'm going to choose a file. I'll choose our hen or cock. Then I choose to open. Then I choose to upload. Let's see if we have errors or not. Great, the image is uploaded. So let's check if actually the image is uploaded. If you come to storage, here is the image. And you can see the file name is SLR, okay? That is the file name. Yet, on uploading, SIR.jpg. Yet, on uploading, okay, it was something else. So let's double check. Image upload. Let's choose, and we choose another file. Okay, I'll choose this monkey of mine. You can see it has a long title. No, let me choose let me choose something different. That image. Okay, I want to choose an image that has a particular title. Let's choose this mushroom image, PNG. Okay, mushroom.png. Then I choose to upload. And it is under category of animals. That's what will be recorded in the database. Okay, it's taking some time to load. And then you can see here it is given a different file name. If we go to the DB, okay, I'll choose to refresh. You can see, for example, mushroom, the title is being retained, but the different ID. So when I'm searching, I'll search by this ID, not the title. I can choose to search by title still. Oh, sorry. I can choose to search by title. But this ID, when I'm trying to replace this exact, instead of looking for this number that can be deleted anytime, especially if using my SQL, I'd rather look for the ID. I can even replace and retain the ID, but replace the image, okay? Because the ID may be used to determine the time the item was done, was updated or recorded or anything of the sort. All right, so that is it. Let's meet in another video where we're going to display our images from the database and the titles.